we have Maggie with HubSpot, and she's going to tell us all about the idea of using custom events to collect behavioral data. So Maggie, over to you.
Thanks, Robert. Hi, everyone. Maggie Philbin. I am Senior Product Manager here at HubSpot. I'm focused on a team called Event Management. Our entire mission is helping you unlock more value from your first-party data. So to dive in, let's first clarify what exactly we mean by first-party data. To put it most simply, it's the information that you are collecting directly from your prospects or customers through the channels that you own. So this is going to include interactions on your website. This is going to include form submissions, email engagement, purchase history, customer feedback, all the wonderful data that's in your CRM or marketing automation platform. And unlike third-party data, which is provided by a third-party service or purchased by you or your team, first-party data is really valuable, especially in this current environment for a lot of different reasons, primarily because it's yours. So because this is data you're collecting directly from your prospects or customers, it's going to be more accurate than data that you're receiving from third-party vendors because it reflects actual interactions with you and your brand. It's collected with consent, so it's going to be compliant with privacy standards and regulatory frameworks, which we know are always evolving in the current moment. And it's going to be exclusive to you, meaning it's data that you have on your customers and prospects that your competitors don't. The B2B landscape, as Robert mentioned, has shifted quite a bit. Decision-making committees at B2B companies are larger than ever. There's like 6 to 10 stakeholders involved in most B2B decisions. And the grand majority of the buying process is completed independently these days. On top of that, the elephant in the room is the shift out of third-party cookies, right? So we're having a harder time collecting data from third parties on what our prospects and customers are interested in. Those two factors make first-party data, collecting it, more important than ever before. And when I was thinking about this very stacked roster of webinar attendees and what could I bring differently to this conversation, one thing that I don't think is talked about enough when we're talking about what is first-party data is actually like what the data is and how it works. When we're talking about our CRMs or marketing automation platforms, we're really used to talking about objects as a concept. Objects are pieces of data that are designed to represent processes and relationships. They're designed to tell you the most current state of a contact, of a company, of a deal, of a ticket, to use some very HubSpot-centric examples there. Now, object data is really great for telling you the current state of your customers, but it's not so great at tracking behavior. There's actually an entirely different kind of data that is designed to do that, and that's called events. Events actually are happening under the hood in your marketing automation platform or CRM, oftentimes without you even knowing. So to use HubSpot again, email opens, form submissions, ad engagement, those are all examples of event data. Now, unlike objects, which are designed to tell you the current state of a process or a relationship, an event is simply a moment in time. It's a thing that happened, right? It's an interaction. Every time you hear a verb, a form submission, an email open, a page view, that's an action that a prospect or a customer is taking. And that's going to be stored down as event data. Now, why should you care what kind of data that is fueling your marketing interactions? It's because so often when I meet with marketers and I take a look in their CRM or I take a look in their marketing automation platform, we see attached to their contact is thousands of custom properties that are capturing dozens of different interactions. Often they don't get updated. They'll do one thing one time, and now there's this property that lives on the object forever. Makes it really hard for the rest of your front office teams that you support to understand actually what has happened. And that's where event data comes in. So when we talk about event data, let's talk about a little bit about the tooling. One of the first tools that comes to mind for tracking first-party data for a lot of folks is Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager is really just a management tool that allows you to place scripts on your website and manage those scripts in a no-code sort of way. One of those scripts that you might want to put on your website is HubSpot's own first-party tracking tool, which is called Custom Events. So The purpose of custom events is to track interactions with your customers. So track events or activity data that's unique to you. So HubSpot out of the box captures form submissions, email opens, page views, but that's often not enough. You have business specific context on your site that drives really critical marketing engagement. So custom events let you track activity that's unique to you. And the added benefit of custom events versus tracking website engagement using something like Google Analytics is it's directly integrated into your CRM or marketing automation platform. So you actually get to know who did the thing, which is really important for proper segmentation, personalization, and attribution reporting. So we're going to dive into custom events and chat about it just a little bit. Amazing. So now we are inside a sample HubSpot portal here, and we are looking at the custom events app. So events, again, designed to just allow you to track actions that are unique to you. There's lots of different ways to set up event data. We have a completely no-code option here called the visualizer, which actually just lets you load your website and click on the button that you want to track and say, this is the name of that button. That's great for teams that don't have a lot of technical resources. You also have the ability to capture events through custom JavaScript. That's going to be great for more complex behaviors like a login. They're used really frequently for scrolls. They also can be used to send data via other tools to HubSpot. So a really common example is if you're hosting content on your site via YouTube videos and you want to track who's actually engaging with those videos, you can use custom JavaScript to send YouTube video views through into custom events. We have webhooks. That's a really lightweight, no-code way to get data into a platform from a third-party tool that you might already be tracking activity in. And we have sending via API. So that's going to be the most flexible way for you to send data that's directly from your SaaS app or website, and it contains any sort of custom properties or attributes that are unique to your business. So those are a couple of the ways that you can set up custom events for tracking first-party data. Now, let's talk through like a real example of why you would want to do this and how you could then use this data across the HubSpot platform. Let's say on your website, you have a button for someone to sign up for some sort of like free service, free trial engagement with your team. You can create an event to track who's clicking on that free trial offer. And then you can actually follow it all the way through and also track who's actually signing up for your services. Now, those two events independently provide really valuable information, but where the magic of first-party data comes in is in tracking both of those activities together. So I'm going to show you a little bit what that looks like using some other HubSpot tools. So if I select both of those events and I open them in a tool in HubSpot called Customer Journey Analytics, which is a reporting tool of HubSpot's where you can track how folks move through multiple actions that you want them to take. This is like the beauty of a live demo here. Got to make sure my date range is right, and then I'll rerun my report. Okay, so now what we're looking at here is we're looking at not just how many people have signed up for my free trial, but it's actually how many people signed up for my free trial and then actually ended up purchasing services from me. So those are two separate events. So you'll see on the left here, I've got my two events in separate stages, and I can see my conversion rate. I can see how long it actually takes a customer to move from stage 1 to stage 2, and I can actually look at who's doing those conversions themselves. So that's just one example of how you can use first-party data to actually better understand marketing attribution. Another example is driving better personalization. So to talk through that use case super quickly, let's say the folks that clicked a free trial and haven't signed up, I want to send them an email offering some sort of discount or more personalized messaging, right? So I can open my event in workflows. So when I open my event in workflows, I then have the ability to decide I want to send an email to that audience about the thing that they have done. There's so many options in workflows. Send email. There it is. Okay. So in this slide out here, I can select the email that I want to send. And that way, when someone actually engages with my free trial option, I can send them really personalized content based on the thing that they've done, not just based on who they are. So those are a couple of different ways to use custom events here in HubSpot to drive more powerful segmentation, automation, reporting.